Hey friends, as we head into your Thursday, near 90 degrees, but all eyes on this upcoming weekend. We do have storms. I have that forecast. It's coming up.
It's just a big cloud of smoke, and I ran inside, and then there was a big flame coming out of the second level of their house.
A massive fire rips through a D.C. home. Nearly 100 firefighters jump into action to douse the flames.
2 teens are charged in a gruesome murder. Investigators say they tied up a shop owner, then left him to die in his burning truck.
A compromise on a cell phone ban in Fairfax County schools causing confusion.
So essentially we've given them access to this really what is addictive technology.
The consequences this change could have in both the eyes of the law and parents.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. We have to talk about the forecast as it feels like summer out there, even though we are into the evening.
Yes, it is, and it's only early June. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb, still muggy out there at this hour.
Yeah, very muggy across the entire region. Daytime highs today in the upper 80s, a big difference from what we saw really for your Monday. And so, folks, the warm up continues, and even going to see another warm day for tomorrow. Most of the Ohio Valley, parts of the East Coast, now pretty seasonable temperatures into the upper 80s out towards Philadelphia. Official high for today, 84 for D.C., and so we didn't hit that 90, but farther to the west, we had a few spots like Luray, Woodstock, down towards Northern Virginia, 90 degrees. Temperatures right now, upper 70s to near 80 degrees for Loudoun County, out towards the Frederick area. Storm system that's still well to our west, but we're still going to have high pressure in control for tomorrow. A little bit more clouds and haze starting to pick up, and so there's some minor air quality concerns even for tomorrow afternoon. Still a hot and steamy one, but we do have rain and storms back in this forecast, especially for this upcoming weekend. More on that coming up.
Janessa, thank you. Developing now, Virginia's largest school district has a new cell phone policy that's getting some pushback.
Yeah, the guidance in Fairfax County is more lenient. It allows high school students to use their phones at lunch, but that seems to go against the new state law. DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live tonight outside school headquarters.
And Max, the district says that they're complying with the new law. What's the other side of this argument?
Well, Chris and Susan, there are certainly people who say even if the school district is following the letter of the law, they question whether they are following the spirit or the intent of that law. So tonight, we're taking a look at what these new rules are, why the school district is defending them, and why one parent who you're about to hear from has concerns and is raising them about potential consequences. It's been a question on the minds of thousands of parents, students, and teachers, what to do about cell phones in schools.
It can impact the learning environment.
The answer appeared to be clear when Governor Glenn Youngkin signed into law a bipartisan bell-to-bell cell phone restriction bill. Fairfax County is taking a different approach, allowing high schoolers to use their phones at lunch.
I also have a teenager. I would love for him to use his cell phone in the lunchroom because I think that's a space that's a little bit less restrictive, but it is not the law.
3 school board members backed an amendment to restrict phones for the entire school day, saying that's the law's intention.
It's clear that this is the right thing to do.
It didn't get the support it needed. FCPS tells us its policy is fully compliant with the new Virginia Code section because it restricts and regulates student cell phone use in an age-appropriate way.
I still believe that our existing policy is the best approach to give our high school students the chance to learn how to appropriately navigate the use of technology, which will likely be an important aspect of their lives moving forward.
Not everyone feels that way, including Mary Beth Bruggeman, a mom of 2 current county high school students.
Essentially, we've given them access to this really what is addictive technology and social media at the one time when we most want them to have the freedom to interact and have those social interactions and those social connections and strengthen those connections.
Now, this new policy, the cell phone policy, will be in effect when schools start for the 25-26 school year. We did reach out to Governor Youngkin's office, and he reiterated that when this law goes into effect on July 1st, all school districts will have to follow it. Lastly, we asked Bruggeman what she wants to see, and she says she hopes lawmakers revisit this bill and tighten up some of the language. Reporting live in Fairfax County, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, all new tonight in Northeast D.C. Police say 2 teens have been shot and are now in the hospital. This is new video showing that scene on Clay Terrace near 53rd Street Northeast. Investigators say gunshots erupted just before 7 tonight. Police found about 20 gun cases in that area. They say one of the teens was shot in the upper body, the other was hit in the leg.
New tonight in the district, police arresting one of 3 suspects wanted for a shooting near the Waterfront Metro Station. Investigators say that a bullet grazed a man in Southwest Monday afternoon, and the man that they first stopped, Daquan Toland, was also found with a gun. He's now being charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. But police are still searching for the 2 other suspects who ran off. They've released these surveillance images of the 2. If you know who they are or have any information about the shooting, police want to hear from you. New tonight in Maryland, police in Frederick County arrested a man for having explosives. Investigators say they were first called about John Cintron on May 26th, that he was walking along Locust Drive with the makeshift bombs. And when they went searching in his home, they say they found several explosives. The 34-year-old is now being held without bond.
A raging fire in the district leaves a family out of their home tonight. You can see here 100 first responders just rushing to that scene.
And witnesses describing hearing this blast, and then the home here in Northwest, it was just engulfed in flames. DC News Now's Ben Dennis tells us the situation was so dangerous, neighbors were also forced from their homes.
Fire tore through one 2-story home. Initial reports were that 2 homes were impacted, but we've learned those flames ripped from the basement all the way up to the 2nd floor of this house. This is just south of Jackson Reed High School in the Tenleytown neighborhood near the Metro stop here in Northwest.
And they were screaming. I think they were just horrified.
Neighbors of this Albemarle Street home are grateful no lives were lost after these intense flames ripped through midday.
I go over and I see the garage sort of smoldering, a little bit of flames. And, seconds later, the whole thing just went poof.
Terrifying.
From the house next door, Delphina Reimer says her husband alerted her to the smoke. He grabbed a garden hose to help.
We heard like a sudden boom from the gas barbecue, and that was sitting on the back porch.
Yeah.
And so it just sounded like a big explosion.
DC Fire says emergency calls came in around 2:30. They arrived 2 minutes later. Fire was spotted behind the home of 2 children and 2 adults. Flames stretching toward the roof line. 3 people inside at the time escaped unharmed, along with the dog.
You could see just like a giant flame coming towards our house.
But little to no wind spared homes mere feet away. Rotating crews of first responders spared themselves of any injury.
When it's really hot or really cold like today, it's something that we always plan for. It's in our policies, and it's just the name of the game when we're here protecting the city.
It's really hot out here, and they're just like working it. It's just like amazing. So yeah, really grateful for them.
In Tenleytown in Northwest, Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, breaking news now at 9. President Trump orders an investigation into President Biden's use of an Autopen and signed pardons and other documents. An Autopen, that's a mechanical device used to replicate signatures. Presidents have used them for decades. However, the White House has frequently suggested that some of Biden's actions are invalid because his aides were the ones making decisions for him because of his mental decline. Kentucky Republican Congressman James Comer has now requested interviews with 5 Biden aides. He alleges they covered up what he calls one of the greatest scandals in our country's history. Democrats, though, have dismissed the effort as a distraction. Also breaking, the president issued a travel ban on several countries his administration deems dangerous. Among them are Afghanistan, Myanmar, and Chad. Now, 10 of the 19 countries are in Africa. 9 of those are from majority black countries. President Trump issued the same kind of travel ban in his first administration, which caused widespread confusion at airports. That ban, by the way, takes effect Monday.
A federal judge in D.C. says people sent to a notorious mega prison in El Salvador must get a chance to challenge their deportations. The ruling says the Trump administration has to give people due process, a chance here to dispute allegations that they are members of a Venezuelan gang. The immigrants have been removed under a wartime law that was last used during World War II when thousands of Japanese Americans were shipped off to camps. A Maryland judge ordering the unsealing of several court documents in the lawsuit to bring home a wrongly deported father. ICE agents removed Kilmar Abrego Garcia back in March, and his wife has sued over his deportation. The Trump administration says Abrego Garcia is a gang member, but his attorney says he's never been convicted or even charged for being in a gang.
Well, competing rallies in the district today as D.C. Council considers repealing Initiative 82. That is the voter-passed initiative that phases out tipped minimum wage by gradually increasing wages. One side against the repeal, the other for it. Some restaurant owners argue I-82 is killing businesses, leading to higher operating costs and more restaurant closures.
In order to, make the numbers add up for us and to stay open, we've had to cut jobs, we've had to cut hours, we've had to take employees off of certain shifts.
Respect the will of the voters. These are the same voters that elected you into office, so why would you not respect when they voted for something?
Some tip workers tell us I-82 has increased their wages and made their pay more stable. Council will consider the measure as part of the 2026 budget. We have new video tonight of this giant flag near the White House. It looks just like Old Glory, but if you look closely, there's a green 51st star. There it is on the white stripe. This is in Northwest on H Street between 16th and 17th. No word on who hung it there or what that green star represents.
Coming up on DC News Now, the new Prince George's County executive winning in a landslide. The priorities that she is putting at the top of her to-do list.
And making a splash. Swimmers from all around the world celebrate World Pride in a really cool way.
Then ahead at 9:30, making sense out of stocks, bonds, crypto, and meme coins. We're helping you stretch your dollar with ways to invest right at your fingertips.